Welcome to your mat. Today we will be doing a heartfelt vinyasa with Hapa Yoga. Starting on your seat in the center of the mat in Sukhasana, start to sit nice and tall and bring your fingers to interlock in Vajra Pranama. Wave your right pinky finger on top of your left, then right ring upon left, until you get your forefingers to point out towards the heart and your thumbs out towards the shoulders. Close your eyes and allow this mudra to help alleviate any anxiety and fears, and to open your heart and let emotions flow freely and out of the body. Take a deep breath in and call in your intention for this practice. Allow it to flow from the heart. Breathe deep through the nose, let your breath lift up. And take a breath out. On your next inhale, begin to release your fingertips, stretching your arms nice and wide with the palms up towards the sky. Take a breath in and reach hands all the way overhead as you're reaching fingertips to the sun. Allow the shoulders to draw down. And then open the palms out nice and wide and lift the gaze. Take an inhale breath. Then flip the palms to face down, resting fingertips upon the earth. Draw the chin to heart space. Then begin to circle the head right and then left. Allowing the neck and the spine to open. Roll with your breath. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Staying connected to your heart space. Feeling the breath, the breeze. Then ground right hand down, lifting left arm overhead. Left sitting bone grounded into the earth. Allow the breath to move into left rib cage. Slight gaze up towards left arm. On your next inhale, release the left arm by your side, stacking shoulders over hips, and bring the gaze down, maybe resting palms closer to the earth. Draw left ear to left shoulder. Then reach and release right hand overhead, drawing the right shoulder blade down towards the hip. Begin to lean and reach, feeling the breath within the stretch. Option to turn the gaze to left hand and slowly begin to release. Your right fingertips back to the earth. Then raise both arms overhead, take your inhale breath. Then palms to Anjali Mudra, drawing thumbs to heart space. As you lean back, begin to lift the feet for Navasana boat pose, but keep the right foot crossed upon the left. Hug the navel in and lift up through the spine, drawing your heart closer up towards the sky. Release both feet, changing the cross of the ankles, Navasana, boat pose. Slowly draw the feet back down to Sukhasana, seated easy pose, and inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, soft twist to the left side, letting the shoulders ground and the chin turn. Begin to open the heart and draw a deep breath through the nose and a soft breath out. Release arms overhead on your inhale, and exhale, turn to the right. Spreading the collarbones wider, the heart begins to open more. Hugging navel in, inhale the arms, extend overhead, wrist stack over shoulders. Palms unite, this time thumbs to heart space. A moment here to ground and settle in. Slowly begin to roll over the shins to hands and knees, tabletop pose. Begin to circle the heart and the hips. As you release the back, ensure the wrists are stacked under shoulders and knees underneath hips. Ujjayi, inhale through the nose, then exhale, drawing Uddiyana Bandha, navel to spine for cat pose. Taking a few more flows from cow pose to cat, pressing into fingertips, hugging core in tight on cat pose. Feel your heart begin to open, to move, to flow. Sliding back to a neutral tabletop and engage the core. Gently walk the left elbow and then right elbow down to the floor. Either walk the knees back or slide the hands forward for heart melting pose. Allowing the lips to kiss the mat or the chin or third eye. Allow your heart to speak to Mother Earth as you breathe. And slowly begin to rise back to tabletop and tuck your toes, lift the knees and then the hips, pressing back into downward facing dog. Feel free to bend the knees as much or as little as needed here and begin to walk out your dog, bending one knee at a time. Inhale, right heel lifts high. Bend the knee and open, stack the hips to the right side. Option to lower all the way down to left forearm and stretch the right arm out forwards. Staying connected to your breath. Walking the hands back to match. Then exhale, knee to nose, tiger's pose. Inhale, lift the right leg high. And on your exhale, slowly return right toes to the earth. Now inhale, left heel high. Bend the left knee and open the hips so that the right hip stacks under the left. Breathe into belly and taking option to rest down onto right forearm and stretching left fingertips forward. Slowly walk the arms back, squaring off the hips. And exhale, knee to nose, tiger pose, navel into spine. Inhale, left heel high. And exhale, slowly bring the toes back to the earth. Slowly walk your feet forward, the toes touch between the thumbs. Grabbing opposite elbow for ragdoll, feel free to widen the stance if needed. You can allow your fingertips to come all the way down to the mat as you walk and sway your body side to side. Inhale, slowly rise, squeezing inner thighs together, arms reach for extended mountain pose. Inhale, release the hands out nice and wide as you engage the glutes and the core. Begin to take the hands to the low back or the thighs. Palms facing towards the body. Moving as deep into the back bend as you wish. Now drawing belly button in, hands sweep out nice and wide. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, softly bend the knees, sweeping arms back for chair pose, Utkatasana. Knees stay over heels, squeeze the inner thighs, and turn the palms to face down to open the heart. Inhale, begin to sweep the arms forward, sitting lower into your chair, squeezing shoulder blades together. And exhale, slowly bend forwards, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Feel the length in the back of the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Then resting palms on the earth, walk the feet back to high plank, push-up position. Hugging navel in strong, draw the tailbone under slightly. Preparing for chaturanga. Bend the elbows in towards the hip line, halfway down. Then to the tops of the feet, lengthen the arms for upward facing dog, turning shoulders outwards, opening through the chest. On your exhale, lifting your hips to downward facing dog, piking at the hips, stretching heart towards thighs. Inhale, lift the heels and bring the gaze to the top of your mat. Slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat, toes and heels touch. Squeezing the inner thighs and rise. Inhale, the arms extend all the way overhead. Feeling the tightness here in the core. Then exhale, open the arms wide for standing back bend, placing hands on thighs or low back. Squeezing shoulder blades. Inhale, take the hands back overhead. Exhale, sit low, chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, sinking lower weight into the heels. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, shifting shoulders slightly, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, hugging navel in. And exhale, lifting through the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the heels, gaze forward. And exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs and rise. Inhale, the arms overhead, extended mountain pose. And open the arms, standing back bend, hands to back or thighs. Inhale, sweep the hands overhead. Exhale, chair pose, sink low, weight into the heels. Inhale, extend the arms overhead, drawing navel in, then exhale, fold forwards. Gaze between the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step the feet back, high plank, into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, turning shoulders outwards. This time, gaze over right shoulder, allow the left hip to draw down and switch. Inhale, back to center, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Soft bend to the knees if you have tight hamstrings. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee and open the hips. Squaring off the hips, inhale. And exhale, drawing right knee to left elbow, twisting the hips, twisting tiger. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, side plank Vashisthasana, taking right leg through, option to lower to the knee. And now inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot forwards, low lunge. Aligning heel underneath the knee, draw the inner thighs inwards. Rising tall, high crescent lunge, stacking wrists over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Bringing hands wide through cactus arms and interlace the fingertips behind the low back. Inhale to lift the heart, bring the gaze up, squeezing inner thighs. And exhale, bow the chest forwards, squeezing fingertips as they bind, shoulders stretch, humble crescent. Release the hands. Inhale, rise. crescent pose, pressing into right heel, and exhale, warrior two pose. Bending the right knee over heel. Then inhale, reverse your warrior, sweeping right fingertips back. And slowly cartwheel the arms, only placing left hand beside the right foot as you step the right foot back for Vashisthasana side plank. Option to move into plank instead. Maybe explore heart opening or back bend. Then inhale, side plank. Exhale, high plank. Shifting down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lengthening through the arms, squeeze shoulder blades together. And now exhale, rolling over the feet, downward facing dog, piking the hips. Inhale, sweeping left foot high, three-legged dog. And exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. Squaring the hips, inhale. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, tiger twist. Inhale, three-legged dog. And now exhale, side plank, Vashisthasana. Left leg extends as an option. Moving back through three-legged dog, inhale your breath. And now exhale, step the left foot forwards, low lunge, aligning heel under knee. Squeezing inner thighs, let's rise. Inhale, swing the arms up overhead. Then exhale, hands move out wide, slow, as you embrace fingertips behind the low back. Inhale, reaching knuckles towards back knee. And now exhale, humbly bow forwards, crown releases towards the toes. Release the bind. Inhale. Bring the arms overhead, high crescent pose. Exhale, turn open, warrior two. Left knee stacks over heel. Squeeze the shoulder blades and draw the navel in. Inhale, reverse, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands back to Vashisthasana, or if you wish a different variation, Ekapada plank. Let's shift forward and exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lifting chin, opening heart. And now exhale, pressing the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Flowing once again, inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog. And exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. Inhale, square off the hips, three-legged dog. Right knee, left elbow, twisting tiger, drawing the knee up. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, Vashisthasana side plank, stacking shoulders, option to take the right leg forwards. Inhale, three-legged dog once again. And now exhale, step the right foot forwards for your low lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs together and press down on front foot as you rise. Crescent lunge, arms extend, open the heart. Then exhale, hands move out wide, interlacing hands behind the low back. Inhale, lift the chest, the gaze up. Exhale, rolling belly down the thigh, humble warrior. Squeezing palms together a lot in the shoulder blades. Then release the hands. Inhale, arms extend, crescent lunge. Exhale, open to warrior two. Flipping the right palm up to the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior, lunging deeper. And this time, exhale, cartwheel the arms for extended side angle. An extra heart opener here. Take the left arm and bind it behind the low spine. Turn the gaze up towards the sky. You can take full bind if that is in your practice. And now inhale, release to rise, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the arms to your mat, low lunge. Right foot steps back, high plank. And now exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga, flow through. Inhale, upward facing dog, squeezing shoulder blades together. Hugging navel in, let's lift the hips for downward facing dog. A few rounds of breath. And now inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee and open, stack your hips. Inhale, release three-legged. And exhale, left knee to right elbow, twisting tiger. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, Vashisthasana, side plank. Feel free to skip this pose. Back to three-legged, downward facing dog. Left heel lifts into the sky. And now exhale, step the left foot forwards, low lunge. Inhale, pressing down into the left heel, rise. Reaching fingertips over shoulders. Then exhale the arms, reach out wide as you slowly find fingertips to bind. Inhale, open the heart chakra. And then exhale. Arms reach overhead, humble crescent lunge. Release, let's rise. Sweeping fingertips, stacking wrists over shoulders. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot the right foot at the angle. Left knee stays over heel. Inhale, left palm flips, reversed. Breathing into left intercostals. Exhale, cartwheel, extended side angle. Option for partial or full bind. Peel the heart upwards to the sky and the gaze can follow. And now slowly begin to release. Inhale, reverse warrior two, drawing left shoulder away from hip. And exhale, cartwheel the hands back to the mat, low lunge, squaring off the hips. Left foot can step back for high plank. Feel free to flow another vinyasa or just hold high plank. Press back directly to downward facing dog or come down into child's pose. We'll meet together in downward facing dog. A few rounds of breath. Spreading fingertips wide, pressing heart towards the thighs. Let's lift the heels and begin to roll your body forward to high plank pose. Challenge yourself in plank by flipping the feet first, toenail side down, before you lower all the way down to your belly, cobra pose. Go into Shalambhasana, reaching fingertips behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and peel the heart away from the mat, lifting the gaze and the feet. Engage the glutes and the thighs, and slowly begin to release palms underneath shoulders, tuck the toes under. Take an inhale breath and engage the core. Exhale, press up to high plank and back into downward facing dog. Take a few rounds of breath here in your downward facing dog. And now inhale, sweep the right heel high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee and open the hips. Option to press back into wild thing, transitioning slow and smooth. Grounding right toes down, lift the heart, shutting up towards the sunset. Turn your gaze back to the mat, placing right palm down, squaring off the hips. Right leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee forwards, tiger's pose. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, right knee, left elbow, tiger twist. Or option for Vashisthasana, moving into fallen triangle. Placing the foot onto the earth, lift the heart, reach the arm overhead. Then placing left hand back down, squaring off the shoulders. Sweeping right heel once again, three-legged dog. And now downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left heel high. Send the breath in. Then bend the knee. Open the hips. Slowly transition to flip dog if that is in your practice. Placing the foot onto the earth, pressing hip bones upwards into the sky. Then bring your gaze back to the mat. Slowly begin to unwind back into three-legged dog. Inhale, breath. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, tiger pose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Then exhale, left knee turns under the body for Vashisthasana, or if you took fallen triangle on the other side, feel free to do the same here. Squaring off the shoulders, three-legged downward facing dog. And now exhale, slowly step the foot down to downward facing dog. Take a tiptoe, walking meditation, feet to the front of the mat. Then slowly begin to rise with a long spine, sweeping arms overhead, extended mountain pose. Then palms together to touch Anjali Mudra. Connect to breath and ground. And now inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Get into your left foot. Sweep your right foot behind your left hip, reaching for your foot with left arm. Inhale, arm extends overhead. Then exhale, bowing forward for dancer's pose, or bring right fingertips all the way down to the earth, pulling foot overhead with left arm, opening the heart. Engage the core. Then left hand releases, standing splits, right toes lift up into the sky, and exhale, right toes step back. Inhale, rise, star pose, facing the right side of your mat. Then exhale, bend deep, lunging down towards the right for Skandasana. Inhale, lift the left toes, and then take your left arm to tee out wide. Pressing into the right foot, rise with strength. Inhale, the arms overhead like the rising sun. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the arms to frame the left foot, low lunge. Inhale, stepping right foot forwards to meet the left, standing forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, hugging core and strong. And then exhale, sink low, chair pose, bending the knees. Shifting weight now into right foot, left heel behind the right thigh, and sweep the right hand behind you to capture the inside of the foot. Inhale to rise and stand tall. Left arm lifts overhead, open the chest. Exhale, bow into dancer's pose, or slowly tent left fingertips to the earth, pulling left foot high into the sky as you open up the chest. Inhale, release, standing splits, squaring the hips off. And then exhale, left toes, step to the back of the mat. Pivot the left foot all the way down like a warrior two stance. Inhale, rise, star pose. Turn both heels inwards, lift the heart. And now exhale, bending towards the back of the mat for Skandasana. Resting onto the right heel, pull the toes up into the sky. Right arm can draw out wide. Finding your strength, your connection to the ground, We'll rise, upward star pose. Inhale the breath, and then exhale, reaching fingertips behind the low back. Let's bind. Slowly fold from the hips, Prasarita, as we stretch the shoulders, as we stretch the heart. Pressing into the balls of the feet, tee out the arms and rise, star pose. Then right toes pivot forwards, lunging, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat, squaring the hips, low lunge. Right toes step back for high plank. And then exhale, lower all the way onto the belly. Lifting the feet to strengthen the spine. Sweep the arms out wide like you're flying through the breeze. Then hands reach behind as you bend the knees, wrapping fingertips around the outer sides of the feet for floor bow. Turning shoulders outwards, engage the shoulder blades. Pulling toes up into the sky. Slowly release the palms gently under the chest, pressing into the hands and the knees to child's pose. Taking knees as wide as you need to rest the belly, the heart, the third eye. Take a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out the mouth. The next inhalation, rise back to tabletop. Moving back into puppy pose, walking fingertips forward, melting the heart to the ground. The hips stay stacked over the knees. You can kiss the mat or ground the third eye. As you feel your heart begin to open, we'll rise back to table. Then crawling knees forward, rolling back to back side, swinging your feet around forwards. Scoot the hips to the front of the mat, sitting up nice and tall, reach the arms forward and then overhead. Lead with the back of the heart as you lean back, lifting feet forwards for Navasana boat pose. Crossing right foot over left ankle, right peace fingers hold on to left toes as you open into twisted boat pose. Release back through center, switching the left foot over the right ankle, then left peace fingers holding on to right big toe. Turn the heart open towards the right. Right arm extends wide, finding your balance here on your seat. Engage the Mula Bandha. Now take a deep inhale breath, drawing navel inwards to spine, Uddiyana Bandha. And exhale, twisting back through center, releasing the toes, boat pose. If you can, keep the feet floating. As you slowly begin to place your hands by the sides of your hips, fingertips point towards feet. Then softly pressing back to elbows, squeezing shoulder blades together, lift the heart. Gazing back as you ground the crown for fish pose. Feet can stay together overhead or place them softly to the earth. Option to float the arms, bringing palms together to unite. Full variation fish pose. Engage the core. Then slowly release elbows back to the earth, lifting the head, the gaze, and then releasing, hugging knees to heart space, wind removing pose. Release your feet flat in front of your sitting bones, palms facing down. And to release the low spine, let's windshield wiper knees side to side. Staying connected to your breath, moving knees to the right. And now softly to the left. The knees to center, drawing knees in, crossing right foot over left thigh for supine figure 4. You can thread the needle holding on to the back of the left thigh, hugging the right shin close to chest, feeling the sensation here in the right hip or glute. Place your left hand to the inside of the right foot to assist your body to turn into twist. The right sole of your foot connects to the earth. An option to take the left hand now to the inside of the right knee to press the knee away. Gaze upwards or to the right for the deepest variation of your twist. Inhale, slowly release as you engage the core. Both feet extend overhead. Flex the feet. Option to pull the feet in for supine plow pose. And then cross left foot now over the right knee for supine figure 4. Interlace the fingertips around the right thigh. Then placing right hand to left foot, twist open. The knees fall right, the left shoulder grounds, gaze is left. Deep breath through the nose. Use an audible exhale. Engage the core as you unwind to protect the spine. Then moving body into happy baby, peace fingers around big toes. Press the back of the hips and the shoulders flat into the mat. Then pulling feet wide for supine straddle pose to release the inner thighs. Feet press overhead now. Then slide them one at a time softly back to your mat. Walking shoulder blades flat beneath you, resting palms down to ground or up to receive. Now invite in a healing breath in through the nose, filling up the entire body. And use an open mouth to release. As the sun sets day after day, may you be in the practice of unconditional love. May your heart chakra be open and well. I wish you light. I send you love. Namaste.